Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking this video, and if you're here to subscribe, please click the subscription button down below. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing all about my positive birth story. When I was pregnant with my first child, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know I felt going to labor, and I went online and tried to browse about birth stories and positive birth stories so that I would be mentally prepared about what to expect. And that was when I noticed there are not a lot of videos out there of women speaking up about their birth stories, their positive birth stories. So I do hope that my video joins one of the few positive birth stories out there that will try to encourage women, who are either pregnant or about to get pregnant or about to deliver and don't know what to expect. There were things in my mind, there were some factors that I was looking toward. Most important factor that I considered to be positive or I was expecting was for my baby and I to come out healthy and alive. Then the second factor for me was not tearing, guys. As a first-time mom that had that had no experience, I was really horrified about tearing. I heard stories and seen pictures online and it looked bad, guys, so I didn't want to tear. The factor I was also considering was being able to hold my child on or before 24 hours after I go into I start feeling contractions, I go into labor. So I've had stories of women being in labor for hours or days, and it got me worried or scared. So I was like, Lord, please, I don't want to be in labor for days. I wanted to be able to hold my baby on or before 24 hours after I feel the first contraction. So these were the factors I was considering, and also I was secretly praying or hoping that I could bear whatever contractions comes my way. I didn't want to use epidural because I had this huge, and I still have this huge fear for needles. So that was one of the reasons why I was going for no epidural. So those were things I considered positive. But my both babies, the way the birth and the delivery happened were very similar. So I'm just going to reference on my last birth, which is my baby girl. She's just barely 4 weeks, so all the experiences of labor and delivery are still fresh in my head. So I'm just going to refer to them. So I did go into labor at 40 weeks, and my contractions came in by 12 a.m. in the morning. My husband and I were sleeping, and I started noticing some contractions, right? So I figured, okay, well, these are still mild contractions, and I was like, it's bearable, I can handle it. Let me just labor for hours and see how this goes. So I didn't bother waking my husband up. I just let him sleep. He needed to get his energy in so that when we're at the hospital, he would take care of me. So I labored on my own while keeping tab on the contraction. I would note when it started and how long it lasted and all of that, and the time between each contraction. I did that till 5 a.m. in the morning, and that was when the contractions really got intense, guys. It would stop you in your tracks. That when it came out, I had to stop whatever I was doing and take a deep breath and try to breathe through it, using some of the techniques I learned online about how to breathe during the different phases of labor. So I had woken my husband up by past 5, and he took over from the monitoring of the contractions from me, and he would help with the hot packs, putting it on different parts of my body when the contractions came. So we did that for hours, and the pain, the contractions continued to intensify, guys. That was when we called my doctor and had informed him that, hey doc, we're starting to get this every 5 minutes, and they would last for almost a minute, And he was like, wow, has it happened for an hour or so? And I was like, yeah, this has happened for an hour. He was like, you guys need to start coming to the hospital. So we put the hospital bag in the car and started making our way to the hospital. Guys, I don't know what it is about having contractions and being in a moving car that makes it even crazier. The intensity becomes more even. So we managed to get to the hospital around 7:30, and by the time they were done with the registrations and triage and all that, it was around 9. We were in our delivery room around 9, and we continued to labor. I continued to labor. I would breathe in, I would breathe out. My husband would help me walk around the room. I do whatever I could to get through each contractions, and of course the contractions continued to intensify. And I forgot to mention, by the time I was in the hospital, I was already 5 cm dilated. Yes, so you know, they knew it was happening, that this baby was going to come today. So we continued to labor and, you know, wait around, and, you know, nurses and doctors will come and check around and ask me if I need anything, you know. I was like, okay, I'm fine. Continue to labor till 1 o'clock. Yes, that was when things started to really get out of hand. At that time, around 1, I was 100% dilated and 100% effaced. So you can check out these terms online. I looked around the room and I couldn't find my doctor, and everyone that knows me knows I don't play with my OBGY guys. So I went around the room and I couldn't find my doctor. Obviously, he spoke to my husband and was like, oh, he's in hospital already, he's just seen a few patients before. And he kept in contact with my nurses to, you know, keep up with the progress. So around 1 o'clock, everything got really crazy. The baby was like, I'm out of here, I'm done. And next thing I knew, my water busted, guys. My water did not break, my water busted. Like it looked like the movies. It was like, I felt it like go. You know, at that point, baby was pushing so hard to come out, and I had to, because I hadn't seen my doctor, I was just trying to like hold back pushing so bad. I was doing the breathing appropriate for that transition. I was doing it so bad. I was like asking my husband, honey, where's my doctor? Is he coming? He's like, yeah, he's literally 1 minute out. You're going to see him. And before I could say Jack, my doctor walked into the room all prepared. I was like, hey Wando, let's do this, let's get this baby out. They got me into the position I was going to push the baby in. You know, they put the blanket for me to receive my baby on me, and you know, before I knew it, everything started. And this was happening around 1:18, you know, and you know, he started with, okay, you can push. We started pushing, you know, and my daughter would push, and he would be like, okay, don't push with this next contraction, just let your body relax and let your body open up. You know, he did this so that I would avoid tear, and I'm going to make a whole other video on all the things I did to avoid tear. So we did pushing around 1:18, and I had my baby in my arms by 1:20. So according to all the factors that I considered, you know, positive, the baby and mommy being alive, obviously I'm here, my baby is here, so check. And the fact that I did not tear, and the fact that I was able to have my baby in my arms less than 24 hours after I felt the first contraction. So my both pregnancies, especially this last one, ticks all my boxes about positive birth. So this is me here trying to encourage you, hey, expecting mom, or yet to be expecting mom, or a mom that has actually given birth before, but it's been so long that you've forgotten how the whole labor and delivery process is. This is me trying to encourage you that you can do this. Your body has created and nurtured this baby for 9 months or thereabouts, and it knows what it's doing. Trust in your body. It is going to do just fine. You're going to be fine. Your baby is going to be fine. Do not be frightened. And I know there are lots of fear-invoking stories out there, because a lot of women has had very traumatic experience with pregnancy. But I want you to believe that this is not you. Go online, watch positive videos, watch videos of women doing this, and encourage yourself that yours is going to be the way you want it to be. So just keep looking forward to the positive. Keep telling yourself, I'm going to be fine. My baby and I are going to be okay. Just keep, you know, feeding yourself with positivity. You know, in as much as we're not about to validate anybody's feeling, but right now you don't need to continue watching videos that frighten you or make you feel, oh, this is going to be so horrible. Focus on the videos that make you feel like, I can do this, everything's going to be all right. And then pray that you're going to have my kind of experience. You're going to have your baby in your arms, you know, healthy and happy, and you're going to have a very trauma-free birth, whatever method you decide, whether it be CS or vaginal birth. Everything is going to be fine. You got this. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you're yet to subscribe, please and please subscribe to this channel so you can get all notification when I post new videos. Thank you so much.